had these shared to me by a wonderful gentleman, Ben of Central Sands Defense, who's also a fellow police officer, and he enjoys sharing some of the cringe. Now, these are going to start off relatively tame and then end up a little bit more extreme. So, okay, there we go. I think we're in order now. So, Leon County, Florida Sheriff Walton McNeil. No vest, no magazines in the pouches. Welcome, my friend. You're out of touch. We're going to see lots of boomer belt setups here.
What do you mean? It's not 1980?
This was peak technology for 1980. Although, what is funny? So, my buddy, who was Washington officer, his first issued belt was something just horrific, like leather holster, leather pouches, and we're talking like 2 years ago. Just disgustingly bad. Just something straight out of like a Lethal Weapon movie.
Is it a small town sheriff or cop?
County? It's a county, so I mean it's not that small. They were in one of the departments that switched off the P320.
Good on them.
Yeah. And then you have other stuff. What do we got? We got a lot going on here. We have multiple flashlights on the left-hand side, just in case.
And then we have people with that mag light.
Yeah, dude, you always gotta have like 5 mag lights, old school mag lights, laying around. It's based.
Now, what's funny here is that he's arresting the shooter response team guy. Whatever is happening here, it looks like security officer arresting security officer. Security on security crime or whatever it is that they say that's a problem, but I don't know what's going on here in this image.
They're both off duty and they're getting frisky.
It's probably some kind of training thing, if I had to guess.
Some would say an initiation ritual. That's possible. Could be.
Possibly, this is hazing.
But where are they? They look like they're in a bar. You have glasses and stuff in the background, little tables, seats. They're in a bar somewhere. So I don't know if he's doing. Woo. Now this is when you know you're in the hood.
Oh my god, I've seen this one before.
This is when you know you're in the hood. When your cart associate is vested up with a radio, a first aid kit, and everything else. Now this kind of goes hard. Like you're at Walmart collecting carts and you just know you're in a bad part of town and you are ready for anything at any moment because any cart run could be your last cart run.
I think what really makes this look probably the most awkward is the leggings. Like take the leggings away and it could pass for just relatively normal, right? But the leggings and the knee pads just kind of add that extra, along with the AirPods and the glasses. It has a look. It has kind of a younger millennial look.
Although you know what? I think that these cart guys, they actually should carry something that can break car windows.
Oh,
or
100%.
Retarded parents that leave their kids in cars. I think there's been several stories this last week of guy goes into gamble, leaves kids in his car. Guy goes into an adult entertainment store, leaves his kids in the car, and then they die or they get rescued right before they die. It's like people are just absolutely insane.
If you guys make fun of this guy's drip, you've obviously never been a cart associate, and it shows.
No, I got carts at both of the department store jobs that I had, or one grocery store, one department store job. But I got carts all the time. But here's the thing: they weren't in metropolitan areas, shall we say? So,
yeah, this guy serves 3 tours in Chirac.
I don't know what Walmart this is, but I would kind of like to know where it was taken at. Now, here we go. So getting a DUI award with your mags upside down, priceless, Mad magazines, all different directions. You're out of touch. Just another example of whoever, I don't even know who made these belts back in the day, but they must have sold 1 million of them to the local PDs.
Did he get a DUI award for having a DUI or what's the award for?
Best drunk driver.
Yeah. It was a competition that they had amongst themselves. And
how much you want to bet if confronted about it, he would defend and say, "Oh no, it's so they're face down. I can grab the magazine faster."
Dude, well, we're gonna.
And he's got some boomer fudlore about that.
Yeah, so that they drop out and you just grab them or something.
Yeah, it's gravity assisted reloading.
Well, there are definitely going to be some gravity challenged people. Now, this is just There's a lot of times where police officers, or I don't even know if this is an actual police officer, but they tend to just have setups that don't make any sense to anyone other than themselves. Which, I mean, if it works for you, that's fine. Hope you never have to use the stuff. But open exposed pouches in the middle of your plate carrier for a pistol reload just seems odd.
Well, it doesn't look like there's any
It
retention.
doesn't work for them.
Now, okay, so that's kind of cringe, but normal. These next ones, I have never ever seen this before anywhere for any reason.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa,
Oh,
Wait. That is a M&P Glock. I think it's a Glock with some sort of attachment on top. I don't know what that is, but it is mounted upside down in a Serpa holster. You know how you can have an ND into your legs? This guy was like, nah, bro, I need those to walk. I'm going to have an ND into my chest.
I bet he's thinking, man, have you seen how cheap P320s are right now? Should pick one up.
Yeah, imagine that's a P320.
I wonder how the holster's attached to the belt. It could be on some kind of like pivot system that just like got loose and it just flipped over like that.
Either way, dude, you're walking around like I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
This guy checking out his driver's license, and if she turns or he, whatever this thing is if it turns to the right, that barrel is pointed into that guy's mouth. Like if he turns to the right a little bit.
I mean, how is he even supposed to draw it?
I mean, if you're a Spider-Man and you have like orangutan arms and you reach down below to pull it out, like it's faster because the barrel's already in the direction you want to go. You don't have to waste time bringing the gun up; it's already there. You know?
I have orangutan arms, and that would still be difficult for me. That's
oh no, the doggy style
awful.
partner. Oh no!
When PSR is caring for his friend Giga.
Roto holster fails again. Yeah, Moreau's finest, dude. I sleep sounder knowing that this is going on in Moreau.
He had to put it on that way though. Look at his belt. He's got like an inwardly looped belt, so he'd have to like.
Those pants are a little tight. They're a little tight.
Dude, look at that.
Struggling.
They're holding in a lot there, but yeah, I don't even know what off-brand Serpa crap holster that is. I've never seen that before, but the fact that it is pointed directly into his upper torso area. And then what is on top of that slide? Am I seeing things, or is there actually something?
It looks like there's a fin or something on there. I don't know what that is.
It might just be a weird reflection.
Maybe it's a mount for an optic, but no optic.
I think it's just the angle and the shadow. Looks like a normal.
I'd like to know what gun it is. It looks like
something about the moon landing.
Now, you'll be happy to know that this is not the only example of this.
No, I'm not happy. Oh my god!
Every time,
and it's the same build too. It is fat or obese, whatever you want to call it, and just pointed directly in the safest direction, which is into their brain.
I will not thank you for your service. I will thank your pants for their service. Thank that belt for its service.
Legitimately, if I saw this in my town or like a town I go to frequently, I would snap a picture and send that to the PD, and I'd be like, "This is unacceptable.
This is unacceptable. Yeah, this is actually unacceptable. You're not allowed to do this. Please stop."
It's
woman cop actively at Chick-fil-A.
It's funny to like see it, but like these are like the defenders of you and everyone else, especially in a liberal state.
Now you're just making it sad, bro.
This is who's going to save your kid.
Yeah,
this is who's coming to save you, bro.
That's wild to me, man.
I honestly didn't even notice that she's sitting there at a Chick-fil-A, and that's probably her extra large drink with like 500 calories in it or something.
50,
yeah, this picture is amazing. This picture is amazing.
I'm not as concerned about the gun as I am the person with the gun.
Ma'am, can you do 10 burpees? Infinite time.
You know, every time they try and say something about a woman and a P320 going off, I'm like, woman moment or P320 moment?
Yeah, maybe it wasn't the SIG.
Yeah, it's like maybe we've been too harsh on you. I take it back. We just blame women now.
You know, if you
dude, that's my favorite argument. Only cops are trained for guns. Yeah, my pleasure. True. Dude, I don't know. If I was working at that establishment, I'd be like, can you get out of here? Like, I don't feel comfortable around you. You're obviously incompetent.
We don't serve your kind round here.
No.
Oh, John, we have someone backstage who's looking to get in.
Oh, my bad. Gopnik, are you here with us? Are you still having technical difficulties?
Can you hear me?
We can
Yes,
hear you.
we can.
You sound,
Alright, yeah.
you sound wonderful.
Are you still concussed?
No, thankfully.
I hope
but,
not. That was weeks ago, bro.
Yeah, it's no minor TBI, but my webcam is failing to work for some reason.
No.
And it's very frustrating. But
Yeah, and mine would
okay.
freeze a lot, so I don't use mine.
Well, it could also just be a StreamYards issue. Never forget that StreamYards, no matter how much money I throw at them, is retarded.
Yeah, I was double checking it in Discord and everything was working there fine, but as soon as I boot up StreamYards, no, they just don't want to recognize
Yeah,
it for
no idea.
reason.
No idea about it. Okay, now we've talked about defenders of the peace. And actually, no, now that I look at this, bro, this is also a police officer. Okay. Now, this is. There's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack.
Oh, there is a lot there.
There's a lot to unpack here. Would anyone like to guess the brand of the upper receiver? You already know what it is.
It's a Bear Creek, isn't it?
It's a Bear Creek Arsenal upper receiver. Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah. There's a lot there, but it doesn't cost a lot.
When the man behind the gun is more dangerous than the gun.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is that taser probably costs twice as much as the entire rest of the firearm. So let's start from top to bottom. We have one of those Amazon, eBay special open red dot sites that you would see in like 2005 for an airsoft gun. Sometimes they would come with an airsoft gun. That is strapped to one of those 3-9s or 3-12s that has 3 sides of Picatinny, top, left, and right.
I have one of those.
Right.
It's a 3-9.
I've seen those as well. Yeah, it's either 3-9 or a 3-12, whatever it happens to be. Sometimes they even come with a laser sight. There might actually be a laser sight on the left side. And then he decided to take a 1-inch flashlight mount on a long section of Picatinny, mount that to the opposite side with only a push button tail cap and what looks like a lanyard loop for a rifle mounted flashlight.
Well, those lanyard loops are kind of hard to take off, you know?
That doesn't look like it's a QD mount for that flashlight either. So it's not like he's taking it on and off and storing it on his person or, using it when he doesn't think it's
you
coming.
also see that he has other flashlights
Yeah.
attached to his person, right? So
He wouldn't. Yeah, wow. And then
How much
he's got
does
a
this
reverse
thing
bipod.
weigh?
well, it's a short barreled. It's a
It's
probably
braced. It's braced. He knew to do that.
10.5 braced. So it's not an illegal SBR. Oh, that'd be funny. I don't know exactly what's going on here other than the bipod.
I think it's a Caldwell bipod.
It looks like it's just the Picatinny mount that he put on that M-lock is maybe really tall, and then it looks like a Harris Glenn bipod. It's probably like a
Yeah.
CV Life
I think it's a Caldwell.
Caldwell.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's one iron sight up front, it looks like. Nothing in the back. Nothing in the back at all.
I think dude was just copying his Tarkov loadout.
No, so that's probably like 13 pounds.
I do dig the metal mag. I will say that.
Yeah, one metal mag. Okay, you get 1 point. Now, this on the badge it says interstate. Is this a actual police officer?
I hope not.
Hey,
And this
maybe.
is-
Hopefully, he's stealing valor.
How many mags does he have?
The lanyard is the sling. True. Shocked it's not a PMAR mag. I mean, what would be funny is if you pull it out and it's like one of those what are the knockoff mags called? I forget what they were, but they had the metal mags. They look like nice mags, but they're actually trash, like the Korean mags. Yeah, I also don't know how you hold the thing. If you just you deploy the bipod and use the bipod as a foregrip, Rambo this stuff.
Yeah, you deploy one of the bipods and you hold onto it sideways, like you're a cool guy.
Hmm.
That's how he gets away from the foregrip laws.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or the
actually, that's
grip
good
laws.
point. Good point. Now, odds, gentlemen, that this is even zeroed.
Oh,
0.
yeah, it's 0.
Yeah. So when he goes to take a headshot at like 45 yards, 30 yards, and just
20.
domes, whatever it might be, just domes the hostage because of a 5.5-inch height over bore, and it's not zeroed. Like, isn't that like a liability or something?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
he doesn't even aim, you know. Who needs optics when you hip fire?
Well, yeah, I guess we have to quite literally pray that he never actually has to use it, because he
Only-
would be as much of a danger to anyone around the perpetrator as the perpetrator himself.
He says, "Nah, this is for CQB. I just shoot in the center of the flashlight beam."
Oh. Yeah, I mean, technically that does work, but I mean, that standard of training is so low that it's like,
This is my
really?
CQB gun, son.
The only thing that would make this better is a drum mag.
Oh, dude. Oh, you just said it, bro. There's the next one. Guess what? The next one has 2 drum mags. Now, Dank, you would ask. You had asked for more. No. You got to look at this longer, okay? The more you look at it, the more you're like, wait a second.
Oh my god.
If you look down here on the bottom right, you're like, oh, what is that?
Flamethrower.
That is, yes, that is a pulsar flamethrower attachment on his AR-15. Now, if you remember that Democrat video from a long time ago, or that infographic where they were talking about all the different attachments you could put on an AR-15, one of them was like flamethrowers and chainsaws and all this other stuff.
They were talking about this guy. At
the time, we made fun of all of that, right? They were talking about 100-round magazines and what it might be, chainsaws and flamethrowers. Well, hindsight is 2020, and they actually did manage to predict the future. Now, I don't know what bank vault this man is security guarding, but it is the most guarded guard of all time. He has not 1, but 2, what looks to be Magpul D60 magazines, one of them in one of those fantastic Fab Defense stocks that has the additional spot for a magazine, which, I mean, 120 rounds on your AR, well, very heavy. So it's a lot of firepower.
No, it's actually a counterbalance. It makes it easier to shoot.
Yeah, it's like in Modern Warfare or one of the new Call of Duty games where you put on the big magazine and it slows everything down, but it reduces recoil. That's what this is. And then we have now the optic stack. I don't know what it is. There's some sort of turreted scope with no adjustment, and then an offset Sig Romeo 5. I want to say it's either a T1 or a Romeo 5, and I'm pretty sure it's a Romeo 5, if I had to guess.
This dude selling that like scare piece about all the attachments. He said that sounds badass.
When I first saw this picture, I thought that was George Floyd Jr.
Oh my god!
the Honorable Saint Floyd will not be besmirched by your bad words, my friend.
This is what George Floyd did after they faked his death.
Well, he just went back to security work. He went back to the honorable profession he had before. You know how many headshots he had to get to unlock all that? Yeah, that's maxed out. That's Prestige 5 or whatever it is. Yeah, now, the AR itself, who knows? If I had to guess, it's probably cheap and crappy. But you max out all your attachments. That's what PSA has always taught me to do. If you look at PSA customer photos on their reviews, cheapest rifle imaginable, max out your accessories. And if they're red, you get extra points or something like that.